YouTube. This is Chris and Matt Big Shots without Matt or anyone else here. Haven't posted in a while, just wanted to keep my 200 and something subscribers with me. We went out shooting yesterday at my friend's little 80-acre farm, and we had a really good time. And I'm titling this video today, The Video That Wasn't Made, because we decided not to film anything yesterday. We were just out to have a good time and take care of some business with getting our rifles squared away. My friend has an AR that we basically cobbled out of spare parts, and it's a 20-inch barrel, but it has a collapsible stock. It has the flat top pick rail, and so he's been using that for a while, but with less than perfect results. So we really wanted to get it working with several optical systems and getting it really zeroed. So that's what our focus was on. The first thing we did, he got an M-bus rear backup sight for his rifle, and we installed that, and we got it zeroed just perfectly at 50 yards. Then we took and installed a Crimson Trace red dot and got that perfectly zeroed at 50 yards. And then we removed the red dot and we put on a scope. We found an old 3x9 scope, and he ordered the mount, the cantilever mount that goes on the pick rail. And so we put the scope on and zeroed it. Then we moved out all the way to 200 yards, and I was also fine-tuning my rifles during all of this also. But we shot from 200 yards, and he was near perfect from 200 with the scope. I think we may have tried the red dot, but it just didn't seem to get the job done at 200 yards. So he's sticking with the scope for the longer distances. And so we basically got his rifle set up for iron sights, red dot, and scope. While we were out there at 200, and I was doing well with my, I guess, A4 clone battle rifle, 20-inch barrel, with an A1 handguard on it. So I was using that, just iron sights, and I was hitting from 200. I was also using my 16-inch carbine with the scope on it. It's just a little Simmons 3-9 by 40, and that was just hitting perfectly from 200. And my friend reminded me that I had mentioned that there's a lot of data on YouTube that with a 20-inch barrel and a 55 grain projectile, that your far zero on a 5200 is really more like 220. So he reminded me of that, so we moved out 20 yards further and shot from 220, and sure enough, we hit the steel. We were using, I think it's called a 2/3 torso plate that we built a stand for, and we hang that up. You've probably seen that in some previous videos. And so we hit from 220. And at that point, if I had been thinking about making a video, this is where I would have made it, because we basically wanted to just test the 50-200 battle sight concept. Now, when we shot from 220 and from 200, we used the shooting sticks, we have the tripod sticks, because we're 57 years old and our eyes don't work. But then what we just did is we just started walking in toward the target, and we stopped at about 150 yards. I think kneeling, took a shot and hit. Then we walked into or up to 100 yards, and I shot from the prone there and hit. and then we moved on into 50 and 25, and I think we basically just shot standing offhand. And the point is that we hit, and we were just aiming at center mass the whole time. And so when you're zeroed in 5,200, you're never going to be more than a few inches off, you know, in elevation. So you know, if you're thinking about it while you're shooting, obviously if you're shooting at 25, you know, you can hold high 1.2 inches. If you're shooting at 100, you can hold low at 1 inch. But if you don't have time to think about those things and you just shoot at center mass, really anything from 220 up to point blank range is going to hit basically a small torso target. So that's the part I really would have liked to film if I would have been thinking about it, but we didn't do it. So just again, a run through, you know, my battle rifle, I really love the iron sights, the removable carry handle, and I'm just not going to put a scope on this because it's fun to shoot irons. Now this other one right here is the lower that I use. It's the Smith & Wesson M&P15, but it's the lower that I use for this and for my scoped upper. This is basically the home defense carbine. I've got the backup sights. I've got the 6-hour Romeo 5 red dot. And normally in the home defense configuration, I have this Magpul hand grip and the flashlight. So that goes on there normally, but lately when we've been going out shooting outside, I really like this AR-15 handguard. It's not an A4, it's not that big honking oval thing. It's a nice small handguard, but you have to get a specialized bracket or do some drilling to put a light on it. And the whole purpose of this was for me just to get this down super light. And so I've just basically got, you know, interchangeable hand guards. This needs to go back on now that I'm at home. This one here is the one I was using to shoot from 200 and 220. It's a mid-length gas system, pencil barrel from Delton, and that's really effective too. And then just for fun, the home defense carbine or upper is only zeroed for 25 yards, because that's probably all you would ever need in a self-defense situation. But I thought just for fun I would shoot it from 200, and I looked up on a ballistic sheet that shooting at 200 with a 25-yard zero, you basically have to hold low about 11 inches. And so I aimed at the bottom of the target and basically got, you know, headshots. So this will reach out that far, but you've got a lot bigger holdover and hold unders when you're using a 25-yard zero. So that's the video that didn't get made. I thought afterwards it'd be neat to just walk up at each distance and show how it's hitting without redoing anything, re-zeroing or anything like that. So that was our day. It was great weather here in Texas. It wasn't 100 degrees for a change. And that's the status of our AR journey right now. Thank you.